Time now for the Gold Show with Kenny Michaels. Now, here's your host, Kenny Michaels.
All right. I'm your host, Kenny Michaels. Welcome to the show, everybody. Good morning. Welcome aboard. It's great to have you. Welcome to the Gold Show. Listen very carefully. This is probably the biggest, most important Gold Show you will ever hear. I am not the kind of a guy who toots his own horn. Actually, if you met me, you'd know I am the most humble individual you will ever meet in your lifetime. I give and I help others, and I do shows that educate people to help them because I don't want to see people lose. But I told you so. Today starts the tariffs. 25% against Mexico, 25% against Canada, 10% against China starts today. When Trump made the announcement yesterday, the market tanked. Goodbye to your IRA. Goodbye to your 401k. Here we go. Exactly what I told you would happen is happening. People are losing money in the market. People's accounts aren't going anywhere. And right after Trump did it yesterday, at the end of the day, here's what he said. There will be a short-term disruption, is what he said. Exact words. There will be a short-term disruptions, but Americans will understand. Really? If you're 60 years old, 62, 65, you're nearing retirement, how the hell do you understand? When your IRA drops 50%, that's where it's going in your 401k. Reagan Gold Group will protect you from what is going on. Here comes inflation. The tariffs are here, effective today. The market tanked yesterday because of the tariffs. The market tanked earlier in the week again, worried about the tariffs. Here we are. I told you this was going to happen. You can protect your retirement account from losses right now by moving into physical gold and silver with Reagan Gold Group. Their number is 888-351-8999. Again, 888-351-8999, or go to mygoldquiz.com. If you go to mygoldquiz.com, you'll see me, the good-looking Kenny Michaels, right on the page there. And if you answer the 4 questions, it'll come to my email, and I'll personally go out of my way to help you. Time is now. You better move, and you better move now. Listen to this. All the banks, all the credit unions, all the financial institutions received a wire earlier this week from the Federal Reserve. And it's titled ISO 20022. And what it says is that on March 10th, every financial institution must implement their digital platform. That's what it says. It was a wire that went from the Federal Reserve to all financial institutions, that as of March 10th, they have to implement their digital platform. Here we go. Not only is the market crashing, not only do we have tariffs, which is heating up inflation, but now as of March 10th, the implementation will be in the banking system for digital currency. If you're 30 years old, you're all excited about the digital stuff. Good for you. If you're my age and you're 62, 59, 68, 75, 86, 92, what the hell is this digital stuff? We need to maintain a form of financial privacy. That's gold and silver. The only way you're going to sidestep what is happening now is to move into private assets. Move your retirement account, tax-free, penalty-free. Take your cash in the bank that you don't need. Get it into gold and silver. Now, Reagan Gold Group will help you. Their number is 888-351-8999. They are there right now, or go online to mygoldquiz.com. The number to get me live here in studio is 888-350-3005. Again, 888-350-3005. You can call in now if you have questions about how your retirement account or your cash is affected by these announcements that have come out in the last 48 hours. I am here to help you. So let's go. You got the help. It's here. It's free right now. Okay? And when you do business with Reagan Gold Group, by the way, you also get free gold. That's right. You get free gold for doing business with them, and for tuning into my show, you get free gold. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, call them if you want to protect your retirement account. If you want to protect your cash, call Reagan at 888-351-8999. They're there right now. Or go to mygoldquiz.com and I'll help you after this show. All right, the number to get me live here is 888-350-3005. I'm your host, Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. Here we go. More information for you. So because the tariff started today, Martin Armstrong, one of the biggest Wall Street watchdogs ever, says you can now expect a 40 to 50% crash. Listen to this. Between now and the end of March. Wow. So the window is closing on you. The walls are closing in. You can sit there and take a hit and kneel and pray to God it comes back. Or you can simply get the hell out of harm's way. That's up to you. Okay? But this is why you're hearing dollar crashing. This is why you're hearing market crashing. Here we go. It's happening now. It started yesterday. The minute the tariffs got announced, Trump said it. He said there will be a short-term disruption. What the hell is short-term? There will be a short-term disruptions, and he said, but Americans will understand. Wow. Really? If somebody's 63 years old and is looking to retire in 3 or 4 years, he can't afford any disruption. Does that not make sense to you? Right? So how does somebody our age protect their money? You move to gold. This week alone, gold hit an all-time high twice. Twice. I've been saying it, guys. The longer you wait, the more the gold and silver is going to cost you. It is going one direction and one direction only right now, and that is up, 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 and away. I told you last year that there would be no price ceiling this year on gold. Now you know why. I told you last year that the projection in 2025 for precious metals is the best it's ever been. Now you know why. Because people knew what was coming, especially after the election. People knew what was coming. If you've already moved your IRA, your 401k, your retirement account, or your cash into gold, you're making money. Congrats. Okay, you're doing great. If you haven't, you have time. You have a little bit of time left, but that window's closing. Just call Reagan now. They'll do it. They do all the work for you. They're at 888-351-8999. It's toll free, 888-351-8999. Tell them you're listening to the good-looking Kenny Michaels. If you mention that the good-looking Kenny Michaels sent you, you will get some free gold added to your order. And that free gold will be shipped directly to your house. Is that pretty cool or what? So go online, mygoldquiz.com, and I'll help you personally, okay? Mygoldquiz.com, or like I said, call Reagan at 888-351-8999. There you go. Listen to this. The number to get me live here in studio, 888-350-3005. That's the number to get me live. I'm Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. Everybody with a retirement account right now took a massive hit yesterday. I'm telling you now, people took a massive hit yesterday. I'm getting phone call after phone call of people who say, Mr. Michaels, my account's not going anywhere. My retirement account's not going anywhere. I'm losing money. Guys, this is only the beginning. Musk warned you on Christmas Eve. He said, and you've heard me say this before, he has said, I hope that they don't blame Trump for what's about to happen, but a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. Here we go. The first set of tariffs are launched as of this morning. There you go. Inflation and Canada, that got hit with one of the tariffs, 25%, said we're going to retaliate. Here we go. Here we go. That's going to drive inflation through the roof. Things are going to cost more. The dollar is sinking rapidly right now. Your purchasing power is literally in the toilet. Literally in the toilet. So what do you do? How do you navigate through this? We are in very scary financial times. How do you navigate? Well, you move into hard private assets. That's what you move into. Okay? Sidestep the chaos. Because people 58 and older can't afford chaos. I keep saying it, and it's not to make myself look good. I already look good. I'm the good-looking Kenny Michaels. I already look good. But it's about people losing money who can't afford or have the time to lose money. I don't want to sound heartless, but I don't care if you're 28 years old, 30 years old, and you happen to be in your car right now listening to me, and you have a little puny 401k, and you just started a job because you graduated college, and you're freaking out because Kenny Michaels says you're losing money. I could care less about you. You have your whole life in front of you. But the guy that's 62, my age, what do you do now? Tariffs are here. Inflation's up. What do you do now? What happens to your retirement account? What happens? You can't afford to lose. When Trump said there'll be a short-term disruption, what does that mean exactly? Somebody please define short-term for me. Is it a month? Is it the next year? Is it half his presidency? What the hell is short-term? And if you're 63, 59, 61, 72, how do you wait for the disruption to stop? Martin Armstrong, a Wall Street watchdog, right after this happened, said you can expect a 40 to 50% crash in the market between now and the end of March. That would make sense. Here's why. Because when you launch tariffs, yes, the disruption is huge. And because we've never launched tariffs before as a country against other countries, this is uncharted waters. And so you're going to see an immediate effect and a drastic effect. So that's why this crash they're saying is coming between now and the end of March. So you better hurry up. Protect your money. Please, dear God, protect your money. And this ISO 20022 that got sent to the banks and the credit unions and the financial institutions now says that on March 10th they have to implement their digital currency platform. So now our money in the bank is going to be digitized. That essentially means I'm going to have somebody following me wherever I go, whatever I spend. Hell no. I don't want to be followed. I don't want to be monitored. I have a wife who does that. I don't need the government to do that. That's what wives are for. Wives are to track me and follow me and check on me. That's what wives are for. I have one of those. But I don't need Uncle Sam to do that. I'm entitled to some financial privacy. And so are my children, because I'm leaving a legacy. What does Psalm 13:22 say in the Bible? A wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. That's what it says. I'm leaving a legacy. That legacy does not have to be tracked, monitored, and controlled, so I move my money to gold. Now I'm private, and as this chaos continues, gold continues to set record highs. I'm making money during volatility. I'm making money during chaos. And my money's there because I'm in God's money. I'm loving it. But I'm worried as hell, scared as hell for people like you that sit there and think your financial advisor has your back. Blech, gag me. He's a commission-based dude. And when you lose 50%, which is coming, it's coming. You already lost on Friday. When you lose 50% of your money, where's your little financial guy then? If you lose money in the market, it's your fault, not his. It's your fault because you have the opportunity to protect yourself. It's a choice. Reagan Gold Group will get it done. These guys are unbelievably good. Best reputation in the industry. Best buyback program in the industry. They do all the work for you. It takes 5 minutes. Truly. Just call these guys. They're at 888-351-8999. Again, 888-351-8999, or go to mygoldquiz.com. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go to mygoldquiz.com, listen, there's 4 questions. One says, how old are you? One says, is Kenny Michaels good looking? I don't know, whatever. There's 4 basic questions. Answer them, and when you finish answering, you hit close, finish, submit, whatever it says, it comes to my personal email. And when the show is over, I will be in the car, and I will call you. That's how soon I move, because I know the urgency. The crash is now imminent, they're saying. Okay. The other problem you have is I told you the dollar is sinking. Well, the digital dollar, which is now literally on our doorstep between what Trump signed a week ago and now this new implementation, a wire that went out from the Federal Reserve to all financial institutions. We're here. It's just about here. The digital dollar is allowing other countries to bypass our dollar. That's why your dollar is worthless. Okay? The central banks, listen to this, buying gold at a record pace right now. Would you like to know why? Because they are convinced this will be our new financial system. So they're hoarding gold, hoarding silver, because they're saying it's going to be our new financial system. That's right. If that's our new financial system, no wonder gold is setting records every week. Every week we're at another all-time high. This week we hit it twice, the all-time high. If you are one of these people who says, well, gold's too high, I'm going to wait until it comes down. You'll be dead by then. Because it ain't coming down. Next week I'm going to bring a futures trader on this show as a guest. That same woman told you weeks ago that in the next 3 years, gold's going to be at $7,000 an ounce. Wow. Wow. It ain't going down. But your IRA's going down, your 401k's going down, your money in the bank's going down because you're tied to paper. So, again, folks, this all happened this week. Call Reagan Gold Group. I'm telling you now, you will greatly appreciate this advice. Just call Reagan Gold Group. They'll get it done. They're the best. Call them. Their number is 888-351-8999. Again, 888-351-8999. Or go to mygoldquiz.com. Okay, now, if you want to talk to me live on air, if you have a retirement account, if you want to know how the tariffs are going to affect you, if you want to know, does this apply to you, if you want to know, does your account qualify to get protected so you don't lose money in what's coming and what's happening, just call me here, 888-350-3005. Again, 888-350-3005. We have the amazing Wendy is on phones today. She's very good. Give her a call. Tell her what your question is. She will connect you to me, okay? We'll take your call live on air. And by the way, calling into the show really helps because, A, your questions are real-life questions from real-life people, and other people get educated by you and I chatting. So you're helping me to educate others, and I love that. So please call me, 888-350-3005. That is the number to get me live. I'm Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. Okay, why gold? Why silver? Why? Why is it everybody's headed that way? Why is it keeps going up, up, up? Why is it? Why does everybody run to gold? Here's a couple of reasons. Gold survives every economic crisis. Did you know that? Every economic crisis this country or this world has had, gold survives it. Number two, did you know that gold has outlasted empires? Did you know that? Empires have gone down. There's gold still there. It outlasts empires. Think about that. That's crazy. And listen to this. It has lasted through countless currency collapses, which is exactly where we are now. This world has had countless currency collapses. Venezuela, Greece, have had, and other countries have had countless currency collapses. But there's gold. There it is. It withstands everything. So would that not be the right asset to put inside your IRA? To have at home? If you could hold an asset in your IRA that survives everything, or you could hold an asset in your safe at home that survives every financial crisis, think about what you're leaving your children. That no matter what they go through in a financial crisis, no matter what crisis they live through, if they inherit your retirement account with gold and silver, or they inherit your gold and silver that's in your home, they'll withstand any crisis. Your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, they'll withstand any crisis that comes. That's the legacy. That's the legacy. If you leave them paper, you're leaving them garbage. Look what's happening. Tariffs are today. And the market tanked yesterday. So people lost money yesterday. IRAs, 401ks. This is only the beginning. This 40 to 50% crash they're talking about between now and the end of March, there's going to be a lot of people losing a lot of money. I pray to God it ain't you. Anybody 58 years old and older that has a retirement account right now should be moving into gold. It doesn't mean at some point you can't go back. Nothing prohibits that. There's no law that says you can't go back into paper. But Trump says there is now effective today going to be a short-term disruption. Those were his exact words. He was in the Oval Office when he signed this. When he talked about the tariffs, he leaned yesterday over the desk. I watched it live. And he said, there is going to be a short-term disruption, but Americans will understand. Yeah, great. We understand. But we just can't afford to lose money. So I voted for him. I have no problem with him. I think he cares about this country. It's just that I'm 62 and I want to retire. So it's great. I understand there'll be a disruption. I just can't afford the disruption, me personally. So I moved my account over to gold. The disruption is creating my account to go up because gold's soaring, silver's soaring. That's the point. Your president has told you we are going to experience now a disruption. So while the disruption is happening, move your money. God, I hope I make sense to you. Reagan Gold Group will do it. They're there right now. You can call right this minute and get your account protected right now. 888-351-8999. They are there right now. 888-351-8999. Or you can go to mygoldquiz.com. And yes, going to mygoldquiz.com gets you the good-looking Kenny Michaels. By the way, I'll say it again. When you do business with Reagan Gold Group effective today, you will get, for tuning into my show, you'll get some bonus gold. That's right, bonus gold shipped to your house. Tell me that's not cool. whether you do an IRA, whether you protect money in the bank, you're going to get bonus gold shipped to your house. You tell them, hey, I'm listening to the good-looking Kenny Michaels, and the good-looking Kenny Michaels told me that I can get bonus gold. That's right. And the gold is as good-looking as Kenny Michaels. Actually, it's shinier. My skin's not as shiny as the gold. Okay? So give them a call, 888-351-8999, or go to mygoldquiz.com. Either way. But remember, if you go online, you're going to get me, and I will jump to any hoop necessary, flaming hoop, a hoop covered in ice, snow, whatever it takes to help you protect your money, because, oh boy, here we go. All right. The number to get me live here is 888-350-3005. I'm your host, Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I'm Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. Welcome aboard. The number to get me live, 888-350-3005. That's the number to get me live. I'm Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. The tariffs start today. Inflation is off the charts, went up in December. Eggs are unaffordable at this moment. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that eggs are unaffordable. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Just wait. But I increased my purchasing power because my money's in gold. I love it. Love it. All this chaos that's being created. My account is soaring. People tied to IRAs and 401ks are getting slaughtered. People with money in the bank are getting whooped. The minute you move that money into gold, you're sleeping at night. Praise Jesus. Thank God. All right, we're going to bring on our gold guest this week. Buford, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, glad to be here.
How you doing? How you doing? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you. So I understand you.
Go ahead.
I understand you're in the great state of Arizona. You had tuned into my show. Tell me what happened.
Well, I was listening to your show, and it was very informative. And when you start talking about gold and silver, it caught my interest, and I got in contact with the Reagan Group to talk to Daryl Gates Jr., who was very helpful. And, we got a plan together, and I bought some silver because I was told that had the largest potential for growth, shortly, and I was interested in that. And then, once that happens, I'm looking to move that money over into gold. So I have both gold and silver.
Yeah, so the upside, yes, it is true. The upside for silver is unbelievable this year. Especially and especially with people with IRAs, you definitely want to put silver in your IRAs as well. But yeah, the upside for silver this year, is they're saying, is unbelievable. Gold and silver, just so you know, hit 2 record highs this week alone after your purchase. You bought your metals a week ago. Is that right?
Yeah, I bought them a week ago. They were actually, I ended up picking them up. I got a safe. Because my purchase was over a certain amount. So, so I'm all set up now.
Yeah, Reagan Gold Group sends a safe out for free. It's pretty cool. So just so you know, the reason I mentioned you buying a week ago is you bought these metals a week ago, and you're probably already up from your investment. That just shows you what gold and silver are doing because of everything Trump's doing currently. It's driving precious metals through the roof. So, all right. So you dealt with Daryl Gates. I know he's one of the best guys there. They're all good. Every one of those guys over there are unbelievably good at Reagan Gold Group. I suspect Daryl held your hand, walked you through it. Is that right?
Yeah, he was outstanding. He explained it to me. He walked me through it. He followed up with me. He made sure that I received it. He made sure I received the safe as well. And he let me know that if I have any questions or concerns to get in contact with him, and he responded every time. He was outstanding.
Yeah, Reagan has this policy of it's all about the customer, and I love that about them. That's why they're the highest rated in the industry. That's why there are no complaints at the Better Business Bureau. That's why I do a radio show that's nationally all over the country that promotes Reagan Gold Group, because I think that's the right place for people to go. I trust them with my money, so if I trust them with my money, I trust them with your money. So obviously for being this week's guest, you're going to get a free 1-ounce silver Ronald Reagan coin shipped to your home. That'll go out to you on Monday. Congrats on that. Real quick, Buford, there's a lot of people that tune in to these shows. Any advice you would give them, sir?
I would advise them to, get in contact with Reagan, do their research. I checked with the Better Business Bureau. I also did a fraud alert for complaints and, just did my due diligence, and everything came out fine. And, and just be comfortable with, dealing with them and, just do your research to make sure that you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And after all that was done, I moved forward, and I'm happy now.
And, your timing was good, because as of today, Trump's hit us with hit Mexico, Canada, and China with tariffs starting today, and the market tanked.
Yeah.
And just so you know, right after you pulled your money from the bank and bought silver, the Federal Reserve sent out a Fed wire to all financial institutions about a program called ISO 20022, which states that on March 10th, every financial institution has to have their digital platform implemented. So we're very close to a digital dollar. You were very smart to move when you did. Very smart. So,
and I'm happy about that.
Good. Well, congratulations. Listen, sir, I'm glad you got the help. Congrats. God bless. Another person whose money is protected and saved. Congrats again, brother. God bless. Okay?
Thank you, and thanks for having me on your show.
No problem. Have
Appreciate
a great
it.
day. God bless. Bye-bye. All right, the number to get me live, 888-350-3005. I'm your host, Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. So, I have probably gotten 100 calls this last week about people who said, Mr. Michaels, I have a 401k from a previous job, and it's not going anywhere. I get people who call me and say, Mr. Michaels, my IRA is not going anywhere. Or I've lost $12,000 in the last month. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't surprise me. This is not a shock to me. I've been screaming for months this was coming. It's so obvious. The writing was on the walls. You cannot, I've said it before, right when Trump won the election, I said, you cannot disrupt a government to the magnitude that they're disrupting it and think the market's going to withstand this. That's ludicrous to think that. On top of which, the largest employer in this country is the federal government. And they're now talking about 2 million people they're trying to push out. 2 million people to be unemployed. Think about that for a minute. With 2 more million people unemployed, you don't think that's going to have an economic downturn? I mean, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to see what the hell is happening. And when you are of or near or at or already retired or near retirement or planning to retire, and you've worked your tushy off and you have this 401k, this IRA, this TSP, whatever stinking retirement account you have, or money market or CD or blah, 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 that money's your lifeline. That money's your lifeblood. And it's also to be your heir's lifeblood. So you can't afford to lose. So not only by moving into gold are you moving into safety, but we're in a very unique time where people are making money hand over fist on gold and silver. That's the unique part. Typically, you don't move into gold and silver to make money. You move into gold and silver to protect your money. But we are in a time where not only is it protecting it, it's making money. This is crazy. And now they're talking about a market crash 40 to 50% between now and the end of March. So, your IRA can be rolled over tax-free, penalty-free, whether it's a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, doesn't matter. You can roll it over tax-free, penalty-free, right into a precious metals IRA, put physical gold and silver in it, sit back, take a deep breath, relax. You're now off the volatility roller coaster, and everything that is these changes that are being made in our government, these tariffs, all these changes that are being made are going to positively affect precious metals. We've already seen it. and negatively affect paper. So if these changes are going to have a positive and negative effect, where do you want your IRA? In the asset that's positive or in the asset that's negative? That would just be common sense to me. Okay? You move into safety right now because those of you near 58 years old and older, please listen to me. You cannot afford to lose money. And by the way, I want to share one other thing. If you are somebody tuning into this show who maybe you don't have a retirement account, but your parents do, or your uncle does, good Lord, tell them to turn the radio on. Tell them to go to KFBK right now. Their website, click the listen live button. Because you advising them to protect their assets is important. If you cannot protect yours for any reason, maybe age, whatever, but you know your mom and dad have it, you know your uncle has it, protect their money. Time is of the essence now. And you realize if your mom and dad lose 50% of their retirement, that's your inheritance. Think about that. Think about that. That's supposed to come to you at some point. Call Reagan Gold Group. They'll get it done. 888-351-8999. Again, 888-351-8999, or go to mygoldquiz.com. Mygoldquiz.com gets you me. You will get me personally. I will roll up my sleeves. I will do whatever I have to do to help people protect their assets. So you can go to mygoldquiz.com, and the good-looking Kenny Michaels will call you right after this show's over. We'll get you done. Promise you that, okay? Or Reagan's waiting for your call. Give them a jingle, 888-351-8999, okay? All right, the number to get me live here in studio is 888-350-3005. That's the number to get me live. I'm Kenny Michaels. This is The Gold Show. So, big article in the Wall Street Journal, and it said that the central banks are buying gold at a record pace. And it says it's buying gold at a record pace. Listen to this. Because they are aware it will be our new financial system. Wow. Makes sense. Because the digital dollar scares people. The young people don't have enough common sense to know how this digital system's going to hurt them. They're all excited. These young kids think that they're going to have a handheld controller in their hand and be able to control their bank accounts and their purchases and their money. How rad, dude. This is sick, man. The only thing that is sick is the fact that when we go digital, and it's going to happen sometime right after March 10th, apparently, when we go digital, the only thing that is sick is that everything I buy is going to be tracked, monitored, and controlled. That's sick. It's disgusting. Ted Cruz said it's the government's biggest financial surveillance tool ever. Wow. Wow, crazy. So the only asset you can invest in that has privacy attached to it is gold and silver. Did you know that real estate is not even private? Did you know that? You say, what you talking about, Willis? Listen to me. You pay taxes on your real estate every year. Who do you pay the taxes to? The county. You have no privacy. They know you own your home. They know where your home is located. They know what your home is worth. They know all that. You pay taxes every year. Aha. But when you hold gold, you hold gold. Right? You don't pay taxes on it every year. Is that cool or what? Sits in your safe at home and you don't pay taxes when you buy it. You don't pay taxes when you hold it. You don't pay taxes when you sell it. Okay, that's privacy, folks. On March 10th, every financial institution has to be implemented with their digital platform. God. March 10th. Think about it. And you'll hear more about it next weekend on the show when I bring a futures trader on who's going to talk to you about a digital dollar. Think about it. It is absolutely insane to me that people don't move their money. It's insane that you just sit there and take the punishment. And what about the legacy? I would rather leave my kids wealth that is private so it's theirs. Okay, and I hope they do the same for their children. You got to move to gold right now. These tariffs, the market sank on Friday, took a major hit. They're calling for a crash 40 to 50% between now and the end of March. They're talking about gold being our new financial system globally. It's unbelievable what's happening. And I only care about you if you're 58 years old. I'm going to say 50 years old to 90 years old, you're the people. You're the people I care about. All right, we got time for a caller? Good, let's grab a caller. Let's go to line one. We're going to go to Michael in Sacramento, California. Michael, good morning, sir.
Hello
Welcome
there.
to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call. So here's my question. If I invest in gold, let's just say I spent $2,000 last January, bought an ounce of gold. Today it's what, 2,800, somewhere around there. But when we're talking about the price of gold, isn't it in relationship to the dollar?
Well,
Isn't
it's
the
in
quote
relationship.
dollars?
So here's how this works, and this is where the public has a misconception. What drives the price of gold and silver more than anything is demand. Now, yes, to answer your question, as the purchasing power of the dollar becomes weaker, gold goes up. Yes, that's partially true. That is one aspect of what pushes gold. But it's not just that. Gold and silver perform during volatile times, during crises, during uncertainty. And what pushes the price of gold and silver up is the demand for it. Meaning that, take this tariff thing that started today. We all know inflation's going up again. We all know it. Everybody sees it. We're about to feel it again. And we saw what the market did when Trump made that announcement. And then when Trump said we're going to have a short-term disruption, but Americans will understand. So Wall Street reacted how? Stocks dropped. Why? Where did people run to? They say, oh my God, we're having a disruption. I'm moving to safety. The only safety you can move to is gold. That increases the demand for gold. We've had this week alone, Michael, we've had two, not one, two gold record highs hit this week. That has never happened.
Yeah, I guess my question though is if I have an ounce of gold today and I want to use it to trade it for something else, a down payment on a car, whatever it is.
Then the answer would be
I have
yes.
to transfer. I have to translate that gold into dollars.
Not
And if
necessarily.
the dollar's not worth anything, I don't understand.
Not necessarily. First of all, it depends on the person you're buying from. Let me give you an example. If I sold a car today and a guy said, okay, you want $17,000 for this car, I'll give it to you. I would say, can you pay me in gold? He'll look at me like I got three heads. But I'll ask to be paid in gold. And he can take that $17,000, he can go to Reagan Gold Group, he can buy $17,000 worth of gold, and then he can show back up at my house and say, here's the gold. Thank you very much. I'll take it. It's really up to the seller. If sellers are smart, they'll take the gold. And the funny thing is, you're asking this question, and I was going to read something here right now, so you caught me at a good time. Michael, I'll use you to read this out on air. In 1971, 400 ounces of gold cost you $11,000. Today, that same 400 ounces of gold would cost you $1.1 million. Is that crazy or what, bro? Is that crazy or what?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Okay. Did you also know, Michael, that in the year 2000, if you had $100,000 in cash, today that cash buys you $53,000 worth of goods? Did you also know, Michael, that if you had $100,000 in gold and silver back in the year 2000, today it would buy you $881,000 worth of goods?
Okay, so there's the key right there. If gold becomes, like you said earlier, the monetary system, then I can see where that would be very beneficial.
So the central
banks, if you have to continually translate it to dollars, then it doesn't make any sense.
Well, according to, again, the Wall Street Journal had a big article about the fact that central banks are buying gold at a record pace because most central banks, which are the central banks for all the countries which are hoarding gold, think that globally it's going to be our new financial system. It would make sense. Look at BRICS. BRICS is a system backed by gold that 70 nations have joined BRICS. Why? Because they're weaning themselves away from the dollar. The dollar is trash. It's trash. And did you know there are 15 states in this country today that accept gold and silver as legal tender? And there are 33 more states that have petitioned their state court to accept gold and silver as legal tender. Now you know why gold's going up. Okay?
Right.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in, man. Okay, call Reagan Gold Group. If you have a retirement account or cash, get it protected. Call Reagan Gold Group. They'll get you done. Call them. They're at 888-351-8999. They are there right now. You'll get somebody right now. Tell them you're listening to the good-looking Kenny Michaels, or go online to mygoldquiz.com. Okay, bud?
Will do, bro. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, the number to get me live, 888-350-3005. Now is not the time to keep your IRA, 401k in stocks. People, get out. Stop with this stupidness about financial advisors. Oh, well, my advisor says. I could care less what your advisor says. Your advisor tells you what he tells you because he's commission-based. He doesn't want his stinking commission check to go down. We are in no time. Time is running out. This is not about your financial guy. This is about you, your heirs, your legacy, your retirement. That's all this is about. It's not about anything else. Call Reagan Gold Group. They'll protect your assets right now, your IRAs, 401ks, and cash. They're at 888-351-8999, or go to mygoldquiz.com. I'm Kenny Michaels, host of The Gold Show. Thank you so much. God bless you guys for tuning in. Michael in Sacramento, thank you for calling in. I'm reminding you that gold and silver will never make you rich, but it will absolutely stop you from being poor. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Reagan Gold Group is not a financial planner or investment advisor. They do not provide legal advice, tax advice, or retirement-specific recommendations. The Gold Show is for educational purposes only. The precious metals market can fluctuate and has risk like any other investment.